Hello, this is Dr. Kevin Polk, and I'm here to give you a quick overview of the psychological flexibility model. It starts with these two lines, and we'll get started. The first thing we ask, who is important to you? So sometimes friends are important to people, maybe family's important, folks like that. So once we've got this who's important to you question out of the way, the next we ask what kind of stuff can show up on the inside of you that can get in the way of moving toward friends and family. So one thing that people often bring up is anger. Anger can certainly show up on the inside of you and get in the way of moving toward friends, family, and other folks. Fear is another one that shows up quite often. And notice that this is inside stuff. Also, your thoughts, memories about friends, family, and other are all on the inside of you. So this is inside stuff, everything below this line here. And so now we go up here and talk about outside stuff. That's behaviors that other people can see you doing. And so what kind of stuff do you do to move away from the word away in there, away from anger, fear, and other stuff that shows up on the inside of you. Well, sometimes for anger, people yell uh, to try and move away or lessen the anger. Fear, people might run away to get away from fear. For example, like a bus is coming at you and fear shows up and you run or jump out of the way of the bus, that kind of thing. And finally, over here, we talk about the behaviors, once again, outside stuff, other things, or things that people can see you doing uh, that you move toward friends with or family with. So you might talk to somebody, you might go to dinner, visit, oftentimes shows up over there. People talk about that. So now we have who's important to you. Finally, what shows up over here as well. Stuff like work. That's a what. So who and what's important to you. The stuff that shows up on the inside of you that can get in the way of moving toward this stuff. The behaviors that you do to move away or lessen this stuff. And the behaviors that you can do to move toward these folks. And you put the psychological flexibility part in by drawing a circle and the word noticing. And with the word noticing, what we're talking about there is you notice who and what's important to you. You notice the stuff that shows up and gets in the way. You notice the behaviors that you do to move away from this stuff. And you notice the behaviors that you do to move toward who and what's important to you. And by taking this noticing stance and noticing these four things, these four areas, you're adding in what's known as psychological, logical, that word right, flexibility. I'll put that down here. And that's the psychological flexibility model. Bye bye now.